This is the most important thing. Right now, whether you've been in a fire or not, get $50,000 minimum on your insurance policy. Minimum on personal property. Minimum. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and welcome to my visual diary. I just want to check in with you guys because this video is essentially trying to get back to some sense of normal after everything that's occurred. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that it's been easy. It has not. But I definitely want to thank my family, my friends, my loved ones, and every single person that's been supporting me so far on my journey. Me and little Leo have had overwhelming support. Like, it's just been so rewarding, the amount of support we have. And I just want to think about the families that moved here and are isolated and they don't have as much family and as much as a community behind them. If you guys want to donate any way, there's multiple GoFundMes. If you have extra furniture, you can reach out to them as well on there, like leave notes. I definitely want to highlight that. And I can put it in the description as well, the link to that, so you can help them because they need it. Getting back into normal though, a very humbling experience. I think just the stages of it for anybody that's going through something similar, it's completely normal not to be okay. Let's start there. I want to be honest, I am not okay. I know God is watching me. I know God is protecting me and my family. I have my life. So that's something to be super grateful for. But I'm not going to sit here and minimize what you're currently facing and going through, because it is very difficult to navigate losing everything. To be completely honest, I have credit card debt. So it's like, just like coming to terms with the fact that like I was in debt for these items that I lost and like I don't even have them. You know, like when I look back at it, it's just like, it's hard to navigate. It's just like, what was I doing? So it's totally like okay not to be okay, right? Like truly not be okay. One, like I know you want to be like avoidant depending on like your insurance policy, whatever that case may be, however that may work. My insurance policy, in order for me to receive my settlement, I have to give them an itemized list of every single item I owned in my home. And I'm not going to sit here and say that that's easy, because it's something that I've been putting off mentally in my mind, because I don't want to think about the things that I've lost. The memories. Like, I lost all of Leo's baby stuff. I lost photographs from when I was in high school. I lost, like, my cheerleading uniforms. I lost, like, my degrees. I lost my graduate tassels. There's just so many things that have, like, non-material value to me that I lost. And having to think about every single item that I don't have is, like, wild. Prep yourself for that, because at some point, if you have insurance, you're gonna face that. Another lesson I learned from this experience, if you are not, no matter what, like, I'm actually gonna post this, like, at the very beginning of this video, because this is the most important thing right now. Whether you've been in a fire or not, get $50,000 minimum on your insurance policy, minimum on personal property, minimum. And don't get actual cash value, just do the value of your item. What I mean by this is, if your item is worth $1,000, insurance will depreciate it over time. Don't get a policy like that, because that's a policy that I have. Okay, what you want is cash for cash. So if you paid $1,500 for an item, I don't care if it's been 20 years, you're gonna get $1,500 back. Okay, so $50,000 minimum in cash for cash. Remember that. Like, if that's the one thing I want to pass from this video, if that's the one nugget you take, please change your policy right now. Next course of action, freaking go right now and, like, video record your whole house. Like, do this annually. Like, once a year, take an inventory of your home. Because, like, I'm a vlogger. I vlog, but the thing was, I was so concerned about doxing myself. I didn't film all the things that I had, because, like, you don't want to give that energy out there, because, you know, people get robbed and stuff or hurt. So it's like, I didn't want to do that. But it's like, literally film, like, take photographs of everything you have, because if you end up in the situation, you can easily replace it. Like, know what you have, bro. Like, because it's just, you don't want to sell yourself short when the insurance settlement comes, and when you actually are having to do this thing, you're like, dang, like, where do I start? Like, you're not just working off of, like, your working memory or, like, your subconscious, because that's, like, garbage. Like, it's not reliable. So, like, film your closets, film, like, everything, bro, once a year. And just cherish what you have. Cherish what you have. It's very rare that you lose everything you own while you're alive. Like, this is the actual literal definition of, like, you can't take it with you. Like, usually you realize this when you're dead. I have had the pleasure of realizing this while I'm alive, which is, like, bittersweet. Because, like, now as I'm going through, like, the rebuild process, it's just like, what do I even want to get? Like, what do I even want to, like, buy again? And I'm pretty sure, like, if you're going through this, like, this is what you're thinking, like, what do I even want to fill myself up with? Because, like, it could just disappear like that. And it's just like, is this even worth it? It's just so wild. But that's just, like, my check-in for now. One thing that I've been doing, I've been reading a lot. One thing that's been making me happy are my books. And it's so crazy that this says freaking burn it down. Literally, when I found out that my house burned down, was like, I have been reading in the Fourth Wing and obsessed with it, and, like, the ACOTAR series. And it's just like, when I was reading that and, like, reading how people's, like, I mean, it's a fantasy. At the end of the day, it's a fantasy. But reading, like, the loss that these characters were facing, like, one of the books, I don't want to spoil it, but, like, they were facing, like, significant losses and having to rebuild. And I'm just like, the story was good, but I couldn't really identify with it like I do now. I feel like if I reread both of those, like, if I reread Fourth Wing and if I reread the ACOTAR series now, from beginning to now, I feel like I would be so emotional. I was already emotional when I read it, but I just feel like I would be, I don't even know. Like, my emotions would be insane. Okay? Like, insane. And, like, one thing about me, whenever I read, like, it's like something that I'm reading happens. Okay? Like, literally, like, I used to read the Twilight series. And I don't care. Everybody's seen Twilight. So, like, if you haven't read Twilight or if you haven't seen Twilight, skip this because this is definitely going to be a spoiler. 100%. But, in New Moon, in Twilight, remember when when Edward broke up with Bella and, like, she was just, like, going through, like, the biggest depression, and she was so sad and she couldn't function, and she was just, like, devastated, and she was just like, oh, you love me, and she was just, like, sad, and I was just like, oh, I feel this, like, and you know what I did? Like, me and my boyfriend broke up, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm Bella now. Like, girl, what is wrong with you? Like, girl, what is actually wrong with you? Like, for real. And so, in Iron Flame, I'm not done reading this. I just got this one. I won't read this one because this one is the Waterstones version. I just got it as a collector's piece. And you guys saw that I did replace my Fourth Wing first edition. And so, literally, it's the only books that I own. Fourth Wing, Iron Flame. I own Babel now. Killers of a Certain Age. The Bible, because, you know, period with that. And, I feel like I own one other book, but that's it. But I own multiple versions of these. I own the Fourth Wing, the original. I own, like, the first edition. I own the holiday edition. And then Iron Flame, I own the sprayed edges and the Waterstones version. So, like, where was I going with this? I'm not reading this version. Okay, this is like a collector's piece. Something to make me happy, okay? Like, the books are gonna make me happy. The book, like, I'm in between, like, diary and booktuber because the books are going to make me happy. I tell this to saying, in this book, okay, there is a mess going on with the love interest. And I can just identify that. I can honestly identify with that mess that's going on. It's not a spoiler, but the mess that's going on with the love interest and what they have going on right now, I can identify with that. So I'm like, I need to stop reading these books because whenever I read, like, fantasy, my relationship starts having mess going on. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not trying to have me and my man fighting, etc., etc. But, I mean, sometimes, you know, like, before, like, if it just was my unit that burned down, I would have been like, you know what? It's because of the book I read. But since everybody lost their thing, I'm not going to say that it was the books I was reading because it just was a very unfortunate reality. So, I feel like going through this, I want to document, like, my emotional state as much as possible because I'm not on here to flex and pretend. Like, y'all already know me. This is why I don't do social media, Instagram and stuff like that. Because, like, I am not a pretender. Like, I'm going to show you what's going on with me, period. Like, and I don't believe in that highlight reel BS. Like, I'm sorry, I don't. I'm sorry, I do not believe in that. So, I'm going to show you something depressing, and it just is what it is. Like, sorry. Actually, I'm not. Because, like, this is real life. And right now, I am trusting in God. Trusting in God, literally trying not to lose my mind in a sense of, like, trying to be kind to people, trying not to be overwhelmed, trying to be thankful for where I am, trying to help people think of the positive, accept positive vibes, positive energy, project positive vibes, positive energy, and really control my emotional state. That's, like, the mood that I'm in right now, and that's, like, my biggest thing that I'm working on, being, like, a rock for my son, honestly, because it's extremely difficult for him. He's processing and he can't talk like I can. He can't really express what's going on. Trying to be emotionally regulated to the best of my ability. And I'm in my trust God era because that's all I can do at this point. My trust God era. Because hands up. Hands up to that. Also, I hope that you can learn from my experience. Please change your insurance policies today. For those that you are currently going through this, I'm sorry. It's not better for me yet, but I am grateful for where I am. I truly, truly hate that we have a shared experience. Truly hate that we have a shared experience. For my black women out there, because black women always want to be soldiers and we always want to be strong and we always want to be resilient. Baby girl, if you don't go somewhere and cry, baby girl, if you do not go somewhere and cry right now, my Latinos out there, go somewhere and cry. The women of color that are always being that strong, unbreakable, go somewhere and cry. Go somewhere and cry, baby girl. It is okay to not be okay. That is my son knocking on the door. So if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Push notifications if you want to see some fire content. Too early. No, but seriously though, some fire content because it's fire out here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next upload, and bye. See you later. Mwah! Oh, and happy Thanksgiving. Okay? This is the time. If there's not other time, be thankful for what you got, okay? Because I'm telling you, I did not know my Thanksgiving was going to end up like this. So be thankful for what you have, okay? Like, for real. But yeah, y'all have a safe Thanksgiving. Everybody be safe out there. Enjoy your family. If you're alone, if you're whatever it may be, just vibe. But I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye. Mwah. I'm telling y'all, give me a kiss now. Give me a kiss. All right. See y'all next week. Bye.